In exactly a week, the opening day of the Dutch Grand Prix will be underway, with the F1 summer break to quickly feel like a distant memory. Just a few days remain before F1 roars back into life. However, there remains a chance to look back on the 14 completed rounds, marking 58.8% of the 2025 season. There remains some stats to dive into, which brings us on to today's video, looking at each driver's average finishing results so far this season. But before we get on with a race results deep dive, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the Racing News 365 channel. Now let's get on with the video. A Grand Prix Sunday is the busiest part of an F1 weekend, with it being when the most number of fans get through the turnstiles and into the grandstands. For the drivers, it's the time when they can put practice and qualifying to good use to score as many points as possible for the drivers and constructors championships. The ultimate race prize though is victory, something McLaren's Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris have tasted several times this season. Just 4 drivers have claimed victories in 2025, with championship leader Piastri leading the way on 6 wins, whilst Norris has claimed 5. 4-time world champion Max Verstappen has 2 wins so far this year and is the only non-McLaren driver to have won multiple races. The only other driver to have won a race this season is George Russell, back in the Canadian Grand Prix. When it comes to podiums, 7 drivers have featured on it this year so far. The McLaren drivers though again lead the way, having both featured on the rostrum 12 times each. The driver with the next most podium appearances so far this year is Russell on 6, followed by Verstappen and Charles Leclerc with 5 podiums each. The 2 other drivers to have made 1 podium appearance in 2025 is Kimi Antonelli and veteran Nico Hülkenberg, who finished 3rd in Silverstone to claim his first F1 podium on what was his 239th start. One name not on that list is Lewis Hamilton, with a first Grand Prix podium for Ferrari yet to be achieved by the 40-year-old. What no driver wants from a Grand Prix is a retirement, or even worse, to crash on the formation lap. For Racing Bull's rookie Isaac Hadjar, that happened in the season-opening Australian Grand Prix at the second corner, on what was supposed to be his first F1 race start. Incredibly, across the 14 completed rounds this year, just 3 drivers did not suffer a retirement or fail to start a race. Even if a driver crashes in the final laps, they are a classified finisher should they surpass 90% of the race's total distance. For that reason, Norris's crash in Canada did not count as a race retirement. Norris, Piastri and Russell are the only 3 this year not to suffer a DNF or a DNS yet. However, when it comes to most retirements so far this year, that is an unwanted accolade shared by Liam Lawson and Kimi Antonelli, who have both retired from 4 races in 2025. Whilst every driver dreams of podiums and victories, their worst nightmare is being beaten by their teammate. Being the top dog in each team is more important than anything else. Remarkably, at McLaren, it is 7-all in Piastri and Norris's intra-team fight, whilst Leclerc is beating Hamilton 11-2 at Ferrari. At Mercedes, Russell is, unsurprisingly, crushing Antonelli 14-0. Antonelli is not alone in having not finished ahead of his teammate once all year, as Yuki Tsunoda is losing 12-0 to Verstappen at Red Bull. Looking into the midfield, at Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso is beating Lance Stroll 9-5. At Alpine, the current score is Pierre Gasly 5, Franco Colapinto 3. Esteban Ocon is ahead of Oliver Bearman 9-5 at Haas, whilst Isaac Hadjar leads Liam Lawson 8-3 at Racing Bulls. At Williams, the score is 9-4 in Alex Albon's favour over Carlos Sainz, and finally at Stake F1, the score is Nico Hülkenberg 8, Gabriel Bortoleto 5. So far in this video, we've looked at who has claimed race wins, podiums, suffered the most retirements, and who is winning each team's head-to-head. It leaves one area left to cover, what is each driver's average finishing result so far in 2025? This only includes drivers currently on the grid, but for anyone wondering, Jack Doohan's average result at Alpine was 16.3. With the worst average finishing result so far this year, and in 20th place is Doohan's replacement at Alpine, Franco Colapinto, with an average result of 16.1 and a best result of 13th in Monaco and Canada. In 19th, with an average result of 14.4, is Stake rookie Gabriel Bortoleto, who achieved a best result of 6th in Hungary last time out. In 18th is, shockingly, Red Bull's Yuki Tsunoda on an average result of 13.6 and a personal best result in 2025 of 9th in Bahrain. In 17th is Pierre Gasly on an average result of 13.4 and a best result of 6th in Silverstone. 16th is Lance Stroll on 13.3, with his best result of the year so far also being 6th, but in the season opening race in Australia. In 15th is Haas's Oliver Bearman on an average result of 13.1 and a best result of 8th in China. Carlos Sainz is 14th, also on 13.1, but a place above Bearman due to more championship points. His best result so far is 8th in Saudi Arabia and Imola. In 13th is Liam Lawson on an average result of 13th and a best finish of 6th in Austria. In 12th is Esteban Ocon on 12.6, with his 5th place in China being comfortably his best result of the year so far. With the 11th best average finishing result so far is Isaac Hadjar on 12.1 and a best result of 6th in Monaco. Fernando Alonso is at the foot of the top 10, also on a 12.1 and a best result of 5th in Hungary. In 9th is Nico Hülkenberg, whose first podium in Silverstone has helped the German manage an average finishing result of 11.8 in 2025 so far. 8th is Kimi Antonelli on 11.3, with his P3 in Canada being his best result. Williams' Alex Albon is 7th on an average finishing result of 10.4 and a personal best this year of 5th, having been achieved in Australia, Miami and Imola. 6th is Lewis Hamilton on 7.4 with a best result of 4th, having been claimed in Imola, Austria and Silverstone. 5th is Hamilton's Ferrari teammate Charles Leclerc on an average finishing result of exactly 6th, with his best result being 2nd in Monaco. All his other podiums have seen him finish 3rd. Interestingly, despite being 3rd in the standings, Max Verstappen has the 4th best average finishing result so far this year of 5.1, not helped by Red Bull's recent struggles. His victories in Japan and Imola are his best results. George Russell is 3rd on an average finishing result of 4.8, with his Canadian Grand Prix win being his best result. Lando Norris has to settle for the runner-up spot due to an average finishing result of exactly 3rd, with his wins in Australia, Monaco, Austria, Silverstone and Hungary being his best results. And finally, with an average finishing result so far in 2025 of 2.4, championship leader Oscar Piastri boasts the best average results, with wins having been claimed in China, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Miami, Spain and Belgium. So, there you have it, the average finishing results from 2025 so far. How crucial could those average finishing result figures be come the end of the season when the titles will be decided? Surprised by the results? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the Racing News 365 channel. Until next time, see you later.